we have a very special guest, my little baby boy, Pierre. Also, if I'm shiny, I'm doing a peel. So anyway, today we have our sweet friend here, Laura Simone with Unity RCM. Look at me, I got it. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff actually because one, I'm very, very proud of you. And like we always say on this podcast, it's about you guys. It's about telling your story, highlighting you, and hopefully it'll inspire people that are in the same path or trying to be in the same path as you. Yeah. So I'm just going to dive right into your glow up. I'm sorry.
Let's do it.
But, if you recall, we met we came together at North Italia, had never met you before. May I share how or why we met?
Yeah.
Okay. So our lovely friend, Clasia, we love you and we miss you, brought us together because you guys were opening the medical billing company and you trusted me enough to come to me. And we'll go back into that. But you were in this cute little dress and this, kind of a bob hair. And then we went at it and had a plan. And then all of a sudden, all the plan was executed. And then you showed up as this baddie that you are right now. And then I find out it's from a breakup. So sometimes, breakups do your body good.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes you need to get rid of the dusty crusty. You just gotta start new.
And there's no way that there's, not a single soul out there going through that. So that's why I want to talk about it because you really did go through a glow up. So can you walk us through that, that experience and how you got to where you are right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when we started, I was so sort of self-conscious, insecure. There was a lot of things going on with me at the time. And I think a lot of that had to do with the people that I had been around. Sometimes you don't realize this, but you really have to really assess your relationships and the people close to you. And so when I started...
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yes. Be careful.
Access to us is a privilege.
Yes, it is. Yeah, be careful your company you keep. But no, so I was just sort of wanting to start this business with Clasia, bless Clasia for bringing us together. At the time, my relationship was sort of crumbling while I was building this business. And it was this really strange dichotomy in my life. And I had to choose what I was going to let go of. And for me, I kind of did that assessment, that self-assessment of, do I think I'm good enough for this? And the answer came back, yes, 100%. So I let go of the relationship that at the time was holding me back. And I kind of went full into the business. And with that came this wave of confidence I don't even know how to explain.
How long were you with this person?
Almost 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Long relationship. Slightly stifling. There was nothing, really, there was no sort of abuse or anything like that. It just wasn't right. It wasn't a fit.
Right.
So when it came out of it, I think one of the ways that I left it behind was actually to give myself that buzz cut, and that was, I just went for it.
Kept it.
Yeah. From mousy to baddie, real quick after, it's been 6 years, I think, right? Almost 6 years I've had it or something like that, but it's been fun.
Right.
Now I get to
and the thing is, it's also the inner beauty that shines out of you and the confidence that you've been walking with. And that's what I'm most proud of. And obviously, I always go back to this, is anyone out there going through that type of breakup, whether it's 2 years or 10 years, it's hard. It's easy. That's also grief, right? Because when you lose something, it's not just death. It's that end of a relationship, end of a long-term job. Yeah. That is still a dark time. And it's just a reminder that there's hope, that there's always better to come. And what is that old saying where when does the rainbow even come? Is it after the rain?
Yes, usually, I think.
But it's true. So you're that rainbow. You came, and I really can't be any prouder, because I've seen you through that. So you're saying that you kind of chose to be productive.
Yeah.
And pour yourself into this business which is now thriving. And there's obviously stuff, we're not going to talk about it now, but there's things ahead that we'll come back to the podcast and discuss because it's ever evolving. But on a more serious note, I mean, if there's any one thing that you could tell someone out there going through that breakup, what was it?
Choose yourself. Choose yourself 100%. I know that sometimes there are kids in the equation. For me, there was not, luckily. There can be so many factors: kids, jobs, careers, friends, family, choose yourself. Choose yourself, because your kids are going to see you making yourself happy, and they're going to learn from that, and don't ever give up on whatever it is that you're doing.
That's a topic on its own, like, because obviously, like, when you have kids, you protect your kids, right? So there's going to be a point in time where you have to rely on that they love you, and they have to trust that, there was probably things that you cannot discuss to protect them, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in your situation, like, at least you didn't have that other layer to worry about,
Yeah, we had pets, which was sad too, but it was,
Right.
It was pets.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's what I would say. Choose yourself.
Wait, who took the pets?
My ex-husband took the pets. Yeah,
okay.
I do miss the dogs.
Yeah. So, you're part of my BNI, and obviously it's the best BNI out there, BNI Integrity. And we're a little biased, but we have the best people. How do you think BNI has played a part in your business?
Oh, it's changed everything. Not just my business, me as well. It kind of like skyrocketed my confidence in that journey of growing my business, because without BNI, I don't think I'd be quite as far. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. They've kind of helped me grow that networking muscle. And now I know how to talk to other businesses, and I know how to present my business to other businesses. Now I've presented to BNI a few times, and
growth.
And growth.
And the growth of that, which you're on that stride.
Yeah, just being connected to all of those businesses in BNI and those people that really care and want to help you and refer to you. It just changed everything. It changed everything.
I find I'm compelled now to just give a big shout out to the BNI in general. Mm-hmm. While we're obviously biased to our own integrity, BNI is just a really good networking organization. And if there's one that you have to pick, I would definitely pick BNI over and over. It's also international. I'm from the Philippines, and they're also in the Philippines, I learned. But yeah, for people out there who don't know what BNI is, please Google it, look it up, ask us. We'll help you find a chapter that can help you. Explain it. What's BNI to you?
It's networking powerhouse. It's growth. It's learning. You're never going to stop learning once you join a BNI chapter. You're going to learn about your business. You're going to learn about their businesses. You're going to learn about how BNI works. You're going to learn about how to grow. It's just amazing. I got in, and there were so many new opportunities. I think I never would have seen myself being presented.
Right. And for me, the mentality of it's in giving that we receive, that's so my favorite thing about BNI, because it's like being in a room where every single person wants to help everyone else. That's my favorite thing. There's not a single person I've ever met that doesn't have that mentality. And so I love that. And we will provide you guys all the information to join BNI. We're welcome, or we're available, and we welcome you reaching out to us if you do want to learn about BNI. I know the biggest thing is people are like, oh, it's so taxing, I've heard, or that it's a lot of time, right? So my thing to that is, well, how much do you want to put into your business? Because being a part of BNI is investing in your business. So it's maybe not so much that it's taxing, it's just understanding the value. Because, BNI will work for you if you work for it. How does John Bradley say that? He says it better.
He says it amazing. I wish we need that as a sound bite.
I know.
We need what he says as a sound bite. Shout out John Bradley.
We do. Okay, now let's do a deep dive. I've been wanting to say that. Let's take a deep dive in your actual company, Unity RCM. Yeah. First, tell us what it is, and then I'm going to need to ask the big question, which is your why. But first tell us what Unity RCM is, please.
Medical billing. It's medical billing. We specialize sort of in PI, personal injury, and helping those negotiations along with liens and things like that, or filing liens. We help with kind of really the whole revenue cycle from start to finish.
But your company, can it come into small businesses or also large ones?
Both. We
Okay.
can assist any size that you have. Yeah.
Now on to your why.
Okay. So my why, I had kind of come from a line of entrepreneurs and wanted to do my own thing. My grandpa had his own business that my father helped with. It's like trucking, and I'm not even interested remotely in that, right? I want to go help people. I don't want to deliver your scrap metal. So just looking for opportunities and ways that I can use what skills I possess and sort of the tenacity that I possess, like to twist that around to help people. How can I make the biggest impact with what I know? And at the time I had landed on medical billing, and it kind of, there was a little bit of a confirmation for me. I don't know how to say this any other way, but the universe sort of sent a little confirmation in the form of a crazy car accident that I got into. And then I was catapulted into my own personal injury case with my best friend. And just going through that and realizing that
Who did you call for that
I
accident?
called you. You were there the whole time.
Well, who'd you call?
Call Christina now.
Oh, okay.
When life happens, guys,
Okay.
call Christina now. No, but I mean it. You were there like from start to finish the whole time. If I had questions, if I was concerned, like all I had to do was pick up the phone. You were there. And so I really took that to heart. And you taking me through that process and getting me connected to the people that I needed to connect to made the difference as
Just
well.
know we don't take that lightly. Like I'm over here giddy and joking and always happy, but we know that we play a very special role.
Yeah.
And when we can come into a situation where people don't know what to do under stress and we get to be the ones to remove that burden, we take that seriously. So thank you for trusting us.
Absolutely.
You may continue.
Yeah, you took me through everything, and it's a traumatic event, a car accident of any size, it's traumatic, so it's important. So going through that and realizing there's so many moving parts and so many steps that sort of happen in a personal injury case, and we got to the lien negotiation part, which is kind of confusing to maybe somebody who doesn't do billing, but basically that part between the doctor negotiating the bill with the attorney, it sort of took a very long time. It took, and it's not the doctor's fault, it's not the attorney's fault. They're trying to meet in the middle with a good number to come to a resolution with. But I saw that and I thought, I have these skills. I can negotiate really well. I'm really good with spreadsheets. I'm dabble in coding. Like I can organize this data. I can do this. And I dug into it, and I started learning it, and that's kind of how we kicked off the business as well. So when we came to you in the midst of this car accident, after all of this trauma, and you were like, you have to start what you want to do. You have to start it. It was
Life is short.
Life is short. You were like, now is the time, girl. You got to do it. And I did it. And I now knew how it worked on the patient side of things with that negotiation. And I went into it with that mindset of, how do we close this gap? We need to shorten this time. You've been through enough trauma. Let's get this moving. Everybody needs to get paid, and you need to get your settlement, and things like that. It's kind of how just the backbone I've built everything on was that car accident and that meeting with you.
Well, the nice thing is like you can be super empathetic to people when they're going through that on all levels, the doctors, the lawyers, the clients, and that can play a really big part on how you navigate your negotiations, I feel like.
It's huge. It's huge. Just having been in that position. And like I said, it was sort of like that confirmation from the universe was just like, you're going in the right direction. This is going to be really hard, but I promise it's going to pay off.
Yeah. And to your point, right? I mean, that accident was pretty bad. Yeah. And I remember telling you guys, yes, this is frustrating. Yes, this is challenging. But the fact that you're talking to me, you're so blessed. Yeah. And that we're going to work through it to get you back to life. It's going to take a little bit of time, and to give yourselves grace and be patient. But the fact that you were alive, because that one was a scary one.
Yeah, my car, I had like a sedan. It looked like crumpled paper at the end of that. by the end of that. And I was sitting on the curb like,
Right.
I don't know how we survived this, but
Right.
we did it.
Yeah.
You know? Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
I had a call this morning, and it was like, you obviously you try to be so professional when you're doing an intake, but sometimes your emotions come up and it's just like a day above ground. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is challenging and you're in so much pain, but you're here.
Food tasted differently that evening.
Yeah.
That evening alone, food tasted differently. The sun rose more brightly the next morning, girl.
I mean, can I ask, like, was there anything that the accident, like, how did it impact you? Like, did it change you in any way?
Yeah. I'm definitely more careful on the road now. But I'm very, I think it kind of triggered more of a self-awareness in me because all of a sudden, like I had this near-death experience. And there's something about trauma like that anyone's gone through that changes you sort of on like a profound level. It changes the way you think. It changes the way you process things, the way you even like look at other people, and just you're not just looking at another person now. You're thinking, okay, like this is a whole other life right here. Like, how do I interact with this? What do I learn about this? Mm-hmm. It's just everything is brighter after something like that.
So would you agree, like, it made you more grateful?
Oh yeah. I'm more grateful for everything around me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you, like, can I bring up like your TBI stuff? I just did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it was actually not me who had the TBI. It was my passenger who had the TBI. It was a lot.
One of the scariest parts of a car accident is when there is TBI, traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that more and more in today's like world that's being highlighted, because I feel like in the past that was like not always looked at, but just the long-term effects of that is so dangerous that I'm just glad that that's something now in the forefront, like, and I get to say that I get to see that, like, being in the industry, like, just being able to take care of people better on that medical level.
Yeah.
Because we're not meant, like, we're not metal. We're not meant for that impact, and our bodies can only take so much of that, know. So, and I'm glad that you've used that experience to kind of pave this way for not just a business, but this mentality of abundance that you have, and that I feel like you shared that in all your interactions too.
Oh, thank you. I really try to. I take that to heart because that's ever since everything happened. That's sort of the mindset that I switched to. It's a really good way to put it. Abundance, because it really is. Everything is there. You just got to grab it.
One thing that I'm going to point out that I'm so glad that the people who love you fixed right away with you, and even our BNI people, because we just all love you so much, is there was a short period where you would refer to yourself as this small person. And then we would all yell at you and say, you are important. We see you. You matter. You are enough. And now you walk in a room that way.
You guys, that's what I mean when I tell you BNI changes you, and so do the people around you. Yeah. That's that assess your circle. Yeah. Assess your relationships. Join BNI.
Hashtag join BNI. You heard it at Connect with Christina. By the way, guys, with the glow up that you've gone through and the change, and you already gave a lot of advice of, a lot of really good advice. But is there anything else that you can offer to both men and women that's going through a transition, of a quote to hold on to, or things to remember, habits, actionable items that really helped you be here right now?
Okay, so the first thing I want to say...
And you're no longer the small person in the room. Yeah. You're a big person in the room. Yay.
Oh, thank you so much. The first thing I would say is that in whatever you pursue, whatever you're transitioning through, whatever period of life this is for you, you can cuss the whole time. You can say whatever you want, but don't ever give up. Don't ever let me catch you giving up. You can pause and take a break. You can even pivot. You can change direction as you learn and grow and find out, maybe I want a different thing. Just don't stop. That's the biggest piece of advice that I could give anyone. As far as just figuring out maybe who you are through the transition, it's going to be hard. It's so hard to choose yourself when you have certain types of people maybe around you. It might rub other people the wrong way that you're used to being around. Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, because like if you're saying like choosing you will make some people uncomfortable, like making you feel like you're selfish, you're not.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because you have to choose you. It's, what do they say when if you have like a emergency on an airplane, take care of yourself, give yourself the airbag first.
Oh, don't try me because I won't do the whole thing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Shout out to my beautiful flight attendant friends like Sarah Giffins. She's so adorable and she's always flying throughout. Shannon, and they could probably do the whole thing. Shannon's been on our podcast before. But yes, and that's true in life, right? And it's not selfish. For you to be able to help another person, you have to help yourself first before you can pour into others, pour into yourself first, so you can give your best self to others. Yeah. Did I say that right?
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Premium.
I mean, it's important, right? And you're right. Choosing yourself is not selfish. And just keep saying that to yourself. Choosing yourself is not selfish.
Exactly. That's the mantra. Every morning, say that in the mirror.
Yeah. Now, question for you. Do you have a morning routine?
Oh yeah. So the first thing I do, because I should also add this, depression, anxiety, especially after the car accident. This is going to sound so,
guys, sorry to interrupt. That's very real. Mm-hmm. Take that seriously. Sometimes that's like the TBI or PTSD or just don't feel bad, especially my male clients and friends. You know, they always try to be tough, like they're the man of the house. Hey, if you're going through it, go through it. Yeah. And the people who love you will support you, because if you don't treat that and do whatever type of therapy you need, whether it's cognitive or exposure therapy or whatever else, you know, it can harm you long term.
Oh, it affects everything.
Okay, back to you.
No, that's true. If like, especially with men or any like male identifying person, like, go through it, feel through it. You got to get through it. Oh my gosh, what was the question? My morning routine? Sorry, girl. My morning routine.
You wanted to add something.
Yes. So So this is going to sound so so self-helpy, but it really, what combats my depression in the morning and what really gets me going is just complete one task. For me, I stand up, I turn around and make the bed. Just, that's my first, then I get to mentally say, I have completed task number 1. And I can complete another task. I proved that I can complete the first one. I can do the second one. Yeah.
And you will probably have to come back here again for another episode, and we can talk about anxiety. But since you brought it up, you know, one of my most adorable employees, she always shares this thing that she says where don't let your anxiety lie to you. You know,
that's powerful.
Yeah. That's powerful. Or that she says, like, your anxiety is lying to you, you know? So I forgot that you had gone through that. I mean, I just feel like you have gone through any dark times, turned it around, and used it for productive things.
Girl, like a trauma dump. Do you have 3 hours? No, but that's the key.
We need Monica for a trauma dump.
We need Monica for a trauma dump. Yes.
Well, have there been people in your life that have truly impacted you and through your journey that you want to thank? Yeah,
I mean, I want to thank you. I want to thank my friend Clasia. I want to thank Monica as well. Speaking of Monica, Dr. Sydney Briner, you've had her on this before.
Yes.
She's life-changing as well. I mean, not just for your spine, but she's a good chiropractor, but she's an amazing, amazing friend. Right. Everyone that I have met after everything that I've gone through after the car accident and starting this business has made such a positive impact. And I just sort of, every chance I get, look for ways to give back.
Light finds light.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you were ready for that, it just kept finding you.
Oh yeah. Universe was like, it's happening now.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. And I know we're almost done here and we're definitely going to have you back, but I have to do this to you and I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But you have to talk to Laura about what Laura expects of Laura from now to, 5 years? What's the plan, Laura? Give her a message. And then
Laura?
remind her how to be when things get a little rough.
Okay, Laura, I'm telling you right now, what I said earlier about not giving up.
Also, Laura's over there.
Laura's over there? Okay. Laura, I'm telling you right now, what I said before about not giving up, I mean it. Don't do it. I'll find you. I think that like Laura really just, you have really high expectations of yourself. They're very, very high. You can scale it back just a little as a treat every once in a while. I know, but you can scale it back. That's what I have to say to her. She doesn't know how to quit. She don't know how to quit.
That's also a good quality.
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, I started with the episode telling you how proud I am of you. So I'm going to end the episode telling you how proud I am of you. So,
Thank you.
We will see you again.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bye.